Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends and dreamers, let me have your attention for just a few moments. I want to talk to you about something real, something that matters, your goals, and how to make 2025 the year you truly claim them. Not just dream about them, not just talk about them, but reach them. Now, before you get caught up in the idea of goals, let me tell you something. A goal without a plan is just a wish. And too many people, too many of us have been living off wishes for far too long. Someday I'll get there. Someday I'll do this. Someday it'll all work out. Listen to me, someday isn't a day on the calendar. It's time to replace someday with today. First, if you want to reach your goals, you've got to get real about what they are. Not what someone told you to want. Not what looks good on paper. I'm talking about the dreams that make your heart beat faster. The ones you think about late at night when no one's watching. Write them down, because if it's not written, it's not real. Now here's the second step: discipline. Oh, I know that word makes some of you squirm. You hear discipline and you think sacrifice. But let me tell you what discipline really is: freedom. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Every day you're going to face that choice. Are you going to take the easy road, or are you going to stay focused on the destination? And don't get me wrong, there will be days when it's hard. There will be days when you don't feel like getting out of bed, when the grind feels unbearable, when you question if it's even worth it. Let me tell you something on those days. The difference between success and failure is not talent. It's not luck, it's persistence. You keep showing up. You keep putting one foot in front of the other, no matter how slow, no matter how small the step. Progress is progress. But you're not in this alone. The people you surround yourself with matter. Your circle is either lifting you up or dragging you down. Take a hard look at your relationships. Are the people around you pouring belief into you? Are they holding you accountable? If not, it's time to make some tough choices. Growth requires pruning. Now let's talk about failure. Some of you are so afraid of failing that you won't even try. Listen to me, failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. Every failure is a lesson, every setback a teacher. You're going to stumble, you're going to fall, but when you do, get up. Every time. Because the person who gets up one more time than they fall is unstoppable. Finally, faith. Whatever you believe in, God, the universe, the power within yourself, hold on to it. Because there will be moments when the vision is blurry, when the road is dark, and the only thing keeping you moving forward is belief. Belief that what you're working for, what you're sacrificing for, is worth it. So as we stand on the edge of 2025, I challenge you not to dream bigger, but to act bolder. Not to wish for change, but to create it. Not to hope for success, but to demand it from yourself. This is your year. This is your time. So let's go out there and make it happen. Not next year, not someday, now. Define your true goals, focus on the dreams that resonate deeply with you, not what others expect. Write them down to make them real. Embrace discipline. Discipline is the bridge between desires and achievement. It's about choosing long-term success over short-term gratification. Persist through challenges. Success is built on persistence. Keep showing up and moving forward even when progress feels slow. Surround yourself with the right people. Build a circle that uplifts and supports your growth. Eliminate relationships that hold you back. Learn from failure. See failure as a necessary step in the journey. Every setback is a lesson that strengthens you. Hold on to faith, whether it's faith in a higher power or belief in yourself. Trust the process, especially when the path gets tough. Your goals are the compass that guides your life, but too often people pursue the wrong ones. They chase what looks good on the surface, what society tells them they should want, or what others expect from them. If you want to truly reach your goals, the first and most critical step is understanding what those goals truly are. Not what's convenient, not what's popular, but what matters most to you. To define your true goals, you need to get honest with yourself. Strip away the noise, the expectations, and the pressure from others. This is not about pleasing anyone else or conforming to external standards. It's about your vision, your dreams, and what sets your soul on fire. Take a moment to ask yourself, what do I want to accomplish? What kind of life do I want to live? What legacy do I want to leave behind? These questions aren't small or easy to answer, but they are essential when defining your goals. You must dare to dream big, but also keep your feet firmly on the ground. It's okay to aspire for greatness, to envision a future where you're thriving in every sense of the word. At the same time, you need clarity about what those dreams require. Big dreams often come with big challenges, and that's okay. The clarity you gain in defining your goals will prepare you for the journey ahead, making it easier to navigate the obstacles that will inevitably arise. Discipline is the foundation upon which all success is built. It is the silent engine driving every great accomplishment, the unseen force that turns dreams into reality. Without it, even the clearest goals and most well-crafted plans fall apart. Discipline is not about being perfect, nor is it about punishing yourself. It's about making intentional, consistent choices that move you closer to what you want most in life. At its core, discipline is about control over your actions, your emotions, and your focus. Life will always throw distractions your way. There will always be temptations to choose comfort over progress, to take the easy road instead of the hard one. Discipline gives you the power to resist those distractions and to choose what truly matters, even when it's inconvenient or difficult. It's about saying no to momentary pleasure so you can say yes to long-term fulfillment. This doesn't mean discipline is easy. In fact, it's one of the hardest things to master because it often requires you to act against your immediate feelings. You may not feel like waking up early to work on your goals, exercising after a long day, or spending extra time refining your skills. Discipline, however, is not dependent on feelings. It is rooted in commitment. It's about honoring the promises you made to yourself long after the initial excitement of setting your goal has faded. One of the most important aspects of discipline is consistency. It's not about making massive changes overnight, but about showing up every single day, even in small ways. Think of discipline like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Each time you make a disciplined choice, choosing to work instead of procrastinating, staying focused instead of giving in to distractions, you are building that muscle. Over time, what once felt impossible becomes second nature. Discipline is also closely tied to habits. Your habits shape your life, and they are the product of your discipline. If you can develop habits that align with your goals, discipline becomes less about willpower and more about routine. For example, if your goal is to improve your health, establishing a habit of preparing healthy meals or exercising daily creates an environment where discipline is easier to sustain. You're no longer relying solely on motivation or force of will. Instead, you've built a system that supports your efforts. However, discipline is not about rigid perfection. It's about balance and resilience. There will be days when you slip up, when you don't meet your own expectations. That's okay. Discipline is not about never failing, it's about how quickly you get back on track. The key is to avoid letting one bad day turn into a bad week or a bad month. When you stumble, remind yourself of why you started, refocus, and keep moving forward. Another important aspect of discipline is its relationship with time. Success doesn't happen overnight, and discipline teaches you the value of patience. It reminds you that the small, consistent actions you take today may not bear fruit immediately, but over time they add up. Just as a seed doesn't become a tree in a day, your disciplined efforts require time to grow and flourish. This patience, combined with persistence, is what ultimately leads to success. It's also worth noting that discipline frees you from regret. Imagine looking back on your life and realizing you didn't achieve your goals because you chose comfort over effort, distractions over focus. Discipline eliminates that possibility. It gives you the peace of knowing that you gave everything you had, that you did the work and stayed the course. In the end, discipline is about commitment, not just to the goal, but to the person you are becoming in the process. It's about proving to yourself that you are capable of doing hard things, that you have the strength to persevere, and that you are worthy of the success you seek. Persistence is the heart of success. It's the quiet, unshakable determination to keep moving forward no matter what challenges or setbacks arise. Goals are not achieved in a straight line. The path is often filled with twists, turns, and obstacles that can discourage even the most determined individuals. That's where persistence comes in. It's the force that keeps you going when the road gets tough, when progress feels slow, and when giving up seems like the easier option. Every goal worth achieving will test your resilience. There will be days when you feel like you're giving your all, yet the results don't seem to match the effort. These moments are pivotal because they reveal the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. The truth is, Success doesn't always go to the most talented or the most intelligent. It often goes to the person who simply refuses to quit. Persistence isn't glamorous, it's gritty. It's about showing up, doing the work, and refusing to let temporary setbacks define your journey. One of the key aspects of persistence is understanding that failure is not the end. Too often, people interpret failure as a signal to stop, as if it's a verdict on their ability or worth. In reality, failure is simply feedback. It's an opportunity to learn, to adjust your approach, and to grow stronger. Each time you persist through failure, you build resilience and gain valuable insights that bring you closer to your goal. Failure is not your enemy, it's your teacher. The only true failure is giving up entirely. Persistence also requires patience. Achieving big goals takes time, often more time than you initially anticipate. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to expect instant results, but true success rarely works that way. It's like planting a seed. You don't see the sprout right away, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Beneath the surface, roots are growing, and with enough care and persistence, the sprout will eventually break through. The same is true for your efforts. Even when you can't see immediate progress, trust that your persistence is laying the groundwork for future success. Disappointments are inevitable on the path to reaching your goals. There will be moments when you feel like you've hit a wall, when progress stalls, or when external circumstances seem to conspire against you. In these moments, persistence is about finding a way to adapt and keep moving forward. Sometimes that means taking a step back to reassess your strategy. Other times it means finding alternative routes to your destination. Persistence doesn't mean stubbornly sticking to one plan. It means staying committed to the goal while remaining flexible in your approach. Another critical element of persistence is self-belief. You have to believe that what you're working toward is worth it, and more importantly, that you are capable of achieving it. This belief doesn't mean you'll never have doubts. Everyone does. But it does mean that, in moments of doubt, you remind yourself of your purpose, your strengths, and the progress you've already made. Persistence is fueled by a deep conviction that you can overcome any obstacle, even when the odds seem stacked against you. Support systems also play a role in maintaining persistence. Surround yourself with people who encourage you, who remind you of your potential, and who hold you accountable. There will be times when your own resolve wavers, and having others to lift you up can make all the difference. Persistence doesn't mean you have to do it all alone. It means knowing when to lean on others and when to push yourself. Ultimately, persistence is about grit and grace. Grit to keep fighting for your dreams, and grace to accept that the journey will have its ups and downs. It's about showing up for yourself day after day, even when progress is slow, even when the odds feel overwhelming. Persistence transforms effort into achievement, turning dreams into reality. It's not easy, but it's worth it. The people you surround yourself with have an incredible influence on your ability to reach your goals. They can either propel you towards success or anchor you in mediocrity. Your environment, especially the relationships you maintain, shapes your mindset, your energy, and ultimately your progress. That's why it's so important to build a circle of people who support your growth, challenge you to be better, and believe in your potential. The first step in surrounding yourself with the right people is taking an honest inventory of your current relationships. Ask yourself who in your life encourages you to aim higher, who motivates you to stay focused on your goals. Conversely, who consistently brings negativity, doubt, or distraction into your life. This doesn't mean you need to cut everyone out, but it does mean you should prioritize spending time with those who lift you up rather than weigh you down. Success is contagious, but so is complacency. Be mindful of which energy you're absorbing. One of the hallmarks of a strong circle is accountability. True friends and mentors don't just cheer you on, they hold you to your commitments. They remind you of the promises you've made to yourself, especially on the days when you feel like giving up. These are the people who will call you out when you're slacking and push you back on track when you stray. Accountability isn't always comfortable, but it's essential for growth. Surround yourself with people who care enough to challenge you, not just those who tell you what you want to hear. In addition to accountability, your circle should inspire you. Spend time with people who are pursuing their own goals, who have the courage to dream big and the discipline to follow through. Their energy and determination can ignite your own. Inspiration is contagious, and being around driven, purpose-filled individuals can motivate you to raise your own standards. If you're the most ambitious person in your circle, it might be time to expand it. Look for individuals who push you to grow, not just in your career or goals, but as a person. That being said, building the right circle isn't just about finding people who can help you, it's also about what you bring to the table. Relationships are reciprocal, and to attract the right kind of people, you need to be the right kind of person. Be someone who uplifts others, who celebrates their successes, and who supports them in their struggles. Show up with authenticity, kindness, and a willingness to add value to others' lives. When you invest in the growth of others, you create a network of support that benefits everyone involved. Another key aspect of your circle is trust. The right people won't just support your goals, they'll protect your vision. They won't mock your dreams or dismiss your ambitions. Instead, they'll respect your journey and encourage you to keep moving forward. Trust also means you can be vulnerable with them. You can share your fears, your failures, and your doubts, knowing that they will offer encouragement rather than judgment. A strong circle is a safe space for both ambition and imperfection. It's also important to remember that not all support comes from personal relationships. Sometimes the people who inspire and guide you aren't in your immediate circle. They're authors, thought leaders, or individuals whose work resonates with you. Seek out mentors, even if they're virtual or indirect. Read books, listen to podcasts, and consume content that aligns with your goals and values. Surrounding yourself with the right voices, even from a distance, can have a profound impact on your mindset and motivation. Lastly, be prepared to let go of relationships that no longer serve your growth. This can be one of the hardest parts of the journey, but it's also one of the most necessary. Some relationships are rooted in the past and aren't meant to accompany you into the future. Letting go doesn't mean you don't care, it means you're making space for connections that align with where you're headed. Growth requires tough choices, and sometimes that means choosing your future over your comfort zone. The people you surround yourself with are a reflection of your aspirations. They influence how you think, how you act, and how far you'll go. Choose wisely. Build a circle that uplifts, inspires, and propels you toward your goals. Together, you'll go further than you ever could alone. Failure is an inevitable part of the journey to success, yet it is one of the most misunderstood aspects of pursuing your goals. Many people see failure as the end of the road, as a sign to stop trying, or as evidence that they aren't capable. But failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the process. It's a necessary step, a teacher that provides lessons and insights you can't get any other way. How you handle failure often determines how far you'll go in life. One of the most important things to understand about failure is that it's not permanent unless you allow it to be. Failure only becomes final when you stop trying. Otherwise, it's just a temporary setback, a momentary pause on the path to achieving your goals. Reframing failure as a learning opportunity changes everything. Instead of feeling defeated, you begin to see failure as a way to gather information about what doesn't work so you can adjust your approach. Each failure gets you closer to figuring out the right path forward. When failure happens, you need to avoid taking it personally. Failure doesn't mean you are inadequate or incapable, it means your approach needs adjustment. Separate your identity from the outcome. It's easy to internalize failure and let it damage your confidence, but this mindset only holds you back. Instead, view failure as feedback. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can I do differently next time? By focusing on the lessons rather than the loss, you empower yourself to grow. Failure also builds resilience. Every time you fall and get back up, you strengthen your ability to handle adversity. Resilience is a critical quality for success because life is unpredictable and challenges are unavoidable. By embracing failure and choosing to persevere, you develop the grit needed to keep going when things get tough. This resilience not only helps you achieve your goals, but also makes you a stronger, more capable person overall. Another essential aspect of handling failure is humility. Failure reminds you that you don't know everything and that there's always more to learn. It keeps you grounded and open to new perspectives. When you approach failure with humility, you become more willing to seek advice, ask for help, and explore alternative strategies. Humility transforms failure from a roadblock into a stepping stone, allowing you to grow in wisdom and capability. Failure can also spark creativity. When your original plan doesn't work, it forces you to think outside the box and come up with new solutions. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in history happen because of failure. For example, scientists, inventors, and entrepreneurs often face countless setbacks before achieving success. Each failure pushes them to innovate, to refine their ideas, and to approach problems from a different angle. In this way, Failure becomes a catalyst for creativity and progress. It's also important to recognize that failure is universal. Everyone, no matter how successful they appear, has experienced failure. The difference lies in how they respond to it. Successful people don't let failure define them, they use it as a tool to propel themselves forward. By normalizing failure and understanding that it's a shared human experience, you can remove the shame and fear that often accompany it. Building a healthy relationship with failure requires shifting your mindset. Instead of fearing it, expect it. See it as a natural part of the journey and even a sign that you're pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. If you're not failing occasionally, you're probably not aiming high enough. Failure is evidence that you're trying, that you're taking risks, and that you're pursuing something meaningful. To handle failure effectively, you also need self-compassion. Be kind to yourself in moments of disappointment. Recognize that failure doesn't define your worth, and don't let it diminish your belief in your abilities. Treat yourself with the same understanding and encouragement you would offer a friend in a similar situation. Self-compassion helps you bounce back more quickly and keeps your confidence intact. Ultimately, failure is a teacher, a builder of resilience, and a gateway to creativity. It's not something to be avoided, but something to be embraced. Each failure holds a lesson, each setback an opportunity to grow. By learning to see failure in this way, you not only increase your chances of success, but also become stronger, wiser, and more prepared for whatever challenges lie ahead. Faith is a powerful force when it comes to reaching your goals. It's not just about believing in something greater than yourself, though that can be a part of it. Faith is also about trusting the process, believing in your abilities, and holding on to your vision, even when the path forward is unclear. Faith is what keeps you moving when the road gets tough and the results seem far away. It's the anchor that steadies you during storms and the light that guides you through uncertainty. At its core, faith is about trusting that your efforts will pay off, even when you can't yet see the results. When you set ambitious goals, the journey often requires steps into the unknown. There will be times when you're working hard, making sacrifices and pushing forward, yet the finish line feels impossibly distant. Faith reminds you that progress is happening, even if it's not immediately visible. It's about believing in the power of perseverance and knowing that consistent effort will eventually yield success. Faith also helps you stay grounded in your purpose. When challenges arise, and they always do, it's easy to lose sight of why you started in the first place. Doubt creeps in, whispering that maybe you're not good enough or that your goal isn't achievable. Faith counters that doubt with confidence. It pulls you back to your why, reminding you of the passion, purpose, and vision that inspired you to begin the journey. This connection to your purpose fuels your determination and keeps you focused on what truly matters. Another powerful aspect of faith is its ability to foster resilience. Life is unpredictable, and even the best laid plans can go awry. When things don't go as expected, faith allows you to adapt and keep moving forward. It reassures you that setbacks are temporary and that every challenge carries the potential for growth. With faith, you don't just endure difficulties, you rise above them, learning and evolving along the way. Faith is not blind optimism. It's not about ignoring reality or pretending that challenges don't exist. Instead, faith is a choice, a decision to believe in possibilities rather than limitations. It's about seeing obstacles as opportunities and trusting that every experience, even the difficult ones, contributes to your journey. Faith empowers you to stay positive and solution-oriented, even in the face of adversity. Believing in yourself is a vital component of faith. You must trust in your ability to navigate challenges, learn new skills, and make progress, even when the odds seem stacked against you. This self-belief isn't about arrogance or overconfidence. It's about recognizing your potential and knowing that you are capable of growth. When you have faith in yourself, you approach your goals with a sense of empowerment rather than fear. Faith also involves a level of surrender. While it's important to work hard and stay focused, you must also accept that you can't control everything. There will be factors beyond your influence, and faith helps you let go of the need for complete control. This doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting that the path will unfold as it's meant to, even if it doesn't look exactly how you imagined. This surrender brings peace and allows you to focus your energy on what you can control: your actions, your mindset, and your commitment to the journey. For many, faith is also rooted in spirituality or a connection to something greater than themselves. This could be belief in a higher power, the universe, or simply the idea that there's a purpose to everything. Spiritual faith can provide a sense of guidance and assurance, reminding you that you're never truly alone on your journey. It gives you the strength to keep going, even when the path feels uncertain. Faith isn't just something you feel, it's something you practice. It's in the daily actions you take to move closer to your goals, even when progress feels slow. It's in the way you talk to yourself, choosing words of encouragement and belief over criticism and doubt. It's in the courage to take risks, to try again after failure, and to keep dreaming, no matter how big or audacious your goals may be. Ultimately, faith is the thread that connects your efforts to your vision. It sustains you when motivation fades, strengthens you when challenges arise, and lights the way when the path ahead is unclear. With faith, you don't just hope for success, you trust that it's possible and work tirelessly to make it a reality. Faith is the fuel that keeps your dreams alive, no matter how far away they may seem. Reaching your goals requires clarity, persistence, the right circle, embracing failure, and unwavering faith. It's a journey of resilience, growth, and self-belief. Stay focused, learn from setbacks, lean on your support system, and trust the process. With determination and the right mindset, success is within your reach. Keep moving forward, you've got this.